Hey guys, Dr. Castillo here again. Today I wanted to go over how to explain cash plans to Spanish-speaking patients. Now, during this time, what's really nice is if you've just started to learn Spanish, you're probably at maybe a basic level, maybe intermediate as well. And so the fewer words, the better. And plus, during laws of communication, really, you only want to be doing things in a very basic manner. So when day 2 comes around, or just the closing day, right? If it's a cash plan, one of the most important things you're going to know are numbers. So depending on what type of cash plan you're using, I'll give you an example of one that I use. I happen to show patients what their plan costs when I bill it out to insurance, and then what their plan costs without insurance, and ends up being a discount, right? Because I mean, we all know that if we bill out like a 3 to 4 adjustment or a 1 to 2 adjustment, it's going to be a lot more in the eyes of the insurance company versus what we charge here cash wise here in the clinic. So for example, I might do a treatment plan that costs between $1,000 and $2,000. And then I will give patients the option of whether or not they want to do an option where they have 10% off if they make just one full payment, or if they want to break it up into payments. So I'll give you those 2 scenarios. First, I'll kind of explain it to you in English, and I'll give you a couple scenarios in English, and then I'll go straight into Spanish so that you can be able to rewatch it for your own learning. So I'll get going. I'm going to go with, we'll say 25 treatments. We'll say we'll recommend that. So I'll say, hey, we'll say, Juan, this is the plan that I recommend. After going over exam findings and history, we found out what was causing your problem, and this is exactly the plan that you're going to need to not only reduce pain and discomfort, but also fix the cause of the problem. So during this plan, I'm going to recommend these therapies and these adjustments. During our time here at the clinic, I'm going to recommend 2 to 3 times per week to begin with. And then once you start to improve, I'm going to reduce you down in frequency until we get to a point where we can maintain your spine. To begin with, these are the 2 options. This is what your plan costs. Option 1, this is going to be 25 treatments. It costs, we'll say $3,000. I'm exaggerating. Probably doesn't cost $3,000, but we'll just say $3,000. So $3,000, if you pay in full today, we would honor a 10% discount, which is this. Or you can pick option 2, which is where we break it up into payments month by month until the $3,000 is fulfilled. So, does this plan make sense to you? That's one of the first things I ask. I make sure that it makes sense to them. And really what it is two reasons why I say that. I say that so they can tell me whether or not they understand it. And it's pretty obvious when they're like, I don't quite understand it. You have to explain it a different way. Or they understand it, great, awesome. So then that gets them to tell me yes, which is good. Then I can continue. I can go, what option works best for you? And then they'll tell me option 1 or option 2. And then let's say they pick option 2, the more flexible option. And then I'll say, great, let's pick this option for you. We'll be doing a down payment of, we'll say $300 today. And then you can split up the following payments monthly on whatever day of the week you'd like to have us bill you. And then I go over the payments that they're gonna be expected of, and then I go, is this gonna work out for you? Is this okay? And if they say yes, then I say, great. I'll have you sign down here at the bottom line and then date it. And then I'll let our front desk know what option you picked. Congratulations. And that's it. By now, hopefully they've understood the value of your care. You've explained to them kind of like your day 2 spiel or just closing day spiel on the process that you use in the clinic and why patients get the results. And now I'll kind of go into a little bit of a Spanish spiel. So, entonces, Juan, este es un plan que necesitas para arreglar la causa del problema. Hay 2 opciones para usar este plan. Este es un plan de 25 tratamientos. El plan cuesta $3,000. Y entonces hay 2 opciones para cubrir este plan. Opción 1 es 300, pero con una descuenta de 10% por haciendo un pago. La otra opción es opción 2. Opción 2 es comenzando el plan con un down pago hoy y mensualmente otros pagos para cubrir hasta es el fin de los 300, el 3000, ¿ok? ¿Me entiendes con este plan? Ojalá, hopefully they say yes. Entonces, ¿cuál opción prefieres? And then I just shut up, right? I just asked them, hey, what option do you prefer? And then if they say, doctor, opción 1, por favor. Opción 1. And then I say, great. Entonces, por favor, vamos a circular esta opción. Por favor, firma abajo y vas a poner la fecha también. Felicidades, right? Congratulations. Or they can say option 2. Hola, doctor, me gustaría usar esta opción. Es mucho más flexible. Yo no tengo todo el dinero para cubrir este plan. Me gustaría hacer opción 2. And then I'll go, oh, good. Excelente, perfecto. Esa es una opción muy popular, sometimes I say, which means it's a popular option. And then same thing, option 2, we would have them sign down below. You already heard what that sounds like. And let's say they don't pick either option. If they don't pick either option, it means either A, you didn't convey the value of chiropractic enough, or B, they actually really want to start care, but they don't have the cash like on them at this very moment, but they might in the future. So I might go over a pay-per-visit plan. I usually tell the patient, hey, I'm going to modify this plan so that we can just do pay-per-visit every single time you're here, so that we can get the process started, get the healing process started, because your health is very important for X, Y, and Z, right? And those X, Y, and Z variables are going to be really important to know. Those are the reasons why they came to you in the first place. So you want to reiterate those. And that's why it's super important to find all that out on the first day and then write all that down so that you can repeat it or reiterate on the day 2. So I might go something like this. Entonces, Juan, vamos a modificar este plan. Una opción 3. Esta opción es pagando cada cita, okay? And then sometimes I would go like this. Cada cita es 50. I'll say every appointment is 50. ¿Estás de acuerdo? Do you agree with this? Is what I said. And then more oftentimes than not, they're like, yep, I'm ready to go. Because most patients aren't here just to look at a plan and then not start, because they need care. So I'll get them started usually with a pay-per-visit plan. And then I'll tell them, hey, if you ever want to pick one of these options in the future, just let me or the front desk know, and we'd be happy to do that for you. So in Spanish, you could say, si quieres una de las opciones en el futuro, habla conmigo o mi recepcionista para compartir cuál opción prefieres en el futuro. Pero por el momento vamos a modificar este plan. Cada vez que estás aquí, $50, vas a recibir terapia y ajuste todo durante un día de terapia ajuste. Okay? ¿Algunas preguntas para mí? Right? And then I'm asking, do you have any questions? Blah, 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 blah. And that's it. So a little bit of English and Spanish. I kind of bounce around. I just wanted to share with you a little bit on my perspective on cash plans and how important it is to be able to explain a cash plan. You really have to know your numbers. So if it's like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, you should be able to say that. I mean, so 1,000 is 1,000, 2,000 is 2,000, 3,000 is 3,000, right? Or if it's like 1,100, that's 1,100. Or let's say it's 1,150, you'd say 1,150, right? Or let's say you're doing a plan that's far less than that. Let's say you're doing a plan that's 500, 500, 600, 600, 700, 700, right? So you should be able to say all of those numbers, and if you have trouble with that, it's very easy to Google. It's very easy to YouTube how to say certain numbers in Spanish, and just have those written down for you beforehand so that you know what to prepare and what to say during the consult. And what's nice is if you're uncomfortable, you can always have a Spanish-speaking CA in the room with you just to help explain. And then once you start seeing how they explain it, you can kind of copy what they do. But for the most part, I don't use a translator at this point because I've just done so many cash plans in Spanish that it's not too difficult. Yeah, so hopefully you guys got a little bit out that, excuse me, hopefully you guys got something out of that. Feel free to like, subscribe, and comment below if you'd like to see other types of videos in the future. And I'm gonna sign off and off to the next video. Have an awesome day, guys.